There we go. Well, welcome everybody to Together We Thrive. And this is a time when oh, here she is, when our Shackley team gets to share some um, things that are important to us or things that might be important, things we didn't know were important to us, things to make our lives better anyway, one way or another. We just hope that we share value with you all. Um, I don't know if you know anything about Shackley. It's a 64-year-old company, and we're all proud to be a part of it. That Shackley is our brand partner because Shackley is, you know, proven the test of time in their products and in their career opportunity. And that's what we're doing here. So welcome, Portia and Rebecca and Richard. Oh, I was going to change my name on here. Darn it, I've been on here so long. Okay, and I'm so, but probably everybody watching this knows that. And the kind of format is kind of like podcasty format. We're just going to chit chat for a minute here, and then I'm going to do a very brief presentation. Today is about averting winter blues because we are right in the beginning of those darker days, shorter days, and see if we can talk about things like that. Just curious, all of you on here, have you ever experienced, like, maybe about in February, like you're done with the short days by then, or what, or how does that make you feel, or anybody who's really just can't stand winter for short days? You Richard?
Yeah, I'm a summer guy.
What's really funny with me, I actually like the short. I'm a homebody, and I like to stay in at night, and I like to go to bed early, and I like to wake up between 4:30 and 5:30 every day. You can't really go to bed at 10 or 11 because it's been light so long and get up at 4:30 to 5:30. So I really like, it's not that I like it more than summer, but I do like the early dark. So that's where I am. And I'm not somebody who, I've never experienced seasonal affective disorder, but a couple winters in my life in the last couple of years, I remember it was like, oh my gosh, we haven't seen the sun for 22 days, just like, this is even getting to me. So, just that's what we're going to talk about today. What can we do to change these things? Becca, Portia, you have anything you want to add first before we get started here?
I definitely feel the need for sunshine. It's gray for too long.
And like Richard was saying, how you can grill a lot in the winter there. I mean, you are in the state that boasts to have, what, 320 days of sunshine a year?
Yeah,
325 days of sunshine a year. That's
definitely helpful.
Pretty helpful for sure. I don't know about Mississippi, how much sun they get. But I know.
You're not muted.
No, now you're muted. Now you're not.
Sorry. I thought I was muted before, so I muted myself. My bad. We actually get quite a bit of sunshine. Lately it's been really cold. So it's been sunshine outside, but really cold. So not been outside lately.
Right.
So to Becca, that 1,000 hours, hasn't started yet because it's been really cold.
We've got like 7 of our hours to start the year.
Oh, nice.
Only 7? It looks like you were out way more than that. Little bits and pieces. They all
Yeah.
Well, you'll be making up for it pretty soon, for the slow start, right?
Oh yeah, that's what Kurt and I were talking about too. Like summer, we're just outside anytime besides nap time. So
right. And I love visiting. Portia, I can't wait till you get to visit them, because from spring till fall, they're eating out back, and it's really awesome. Both, the families are there, and the kids get to run around the yard afterwards, and then they start playing, t-ball or something. It's just a really fun way to have dinner time.
I'm looking forward to the kids being able to run around our yard as well. It's just these people and their dogs, man.
Oh,
They get on my nerves.
yeah, that's
But I mean, I don't mind dogs running around my yard. Just make sure that they're not pooping in my yard. Because I have little kids that like to run around.
that's right. And if you don't have a dog that's doing it, nobody else should be doing it in your yard.
Exactly.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Well, a lot of people do get the winter blues though, and we're probably not there yet because it's just, the beginning of January. But I thought, let's just talk about things. We talk about preventative health all the time and taking care of our immune system before, the viruses and flus come into our area.
Yeah.
This is the same thing. Let's talk about things we can get into motion before it's suddenly like, oh my gosh, this is never going to end, is it? So 5 to 10% of the population actually has that seasonal affect disorder. And, and that is marked by sadness, loss of interest in regular activities, exhaustion, weight gain, but I mean, overwhelming of that.
Okay, I was just like, I must be like a ridiculously happy person then. Which is not true. I am a happy person, but not ridiculously happy.
We like your level of happy very much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My sister really suffered from that a lot, and that's why they moved to South Carolina to the beach, so that they could just have more sun around them more often. I don't know if she gets as much sun as Colorado, but they get a lot of good sun, and it just really helped her a lot. She really struggled in the winters. So, but still, about 25% of the people that live in the middle and northern regions of the United States do get the winter doldrums, and that's what we're talking about here. And
Okay.
the winter doldrums are like milder changes in mood, a little less alertness, a little less energy, a little less healthy appetite. Just kind of like that kind of here we go again kind of thing without depression.
Okay.
And whereas SAD, people should really get professional help for that for sure. My sister just needed to move, so that was a good thing. But there are some things that we can do to help prevent that. There's always light at the end of a tunnel, right? Well, we hope there's always light at the end of a tunnel, unless you're driving at night. But I mean, there's usually light at the end of the tunnel, and you can always count on it. The sun comes up every day, even if we can't see it, right? It's there.
Yes,
There's what?
I was looking at the vitamin is the vitamin D. Okay. It's just,
Oh, yeah. And there's another one I should have put out there. So there's a couple of things we can do. First of all, take some, do some digital detoxing every once in a while. If it's not like take a break from social media, even if it's just like saying I'm only going to, access to my social media like 8 hours a day instead of letting it spread out the way it kind of does, just choose a time and limit it in certain times. And that will really help to be focused more on what you're doing and what's important to you and what the people in your life are doing who are around you actually there instead of on the screen, those other people. And that is a healthy thing to help you to focus a little bit more on the good things in life, in your own life. Also unfollow and block out stress. I mean, find the accounts or the hashtags that just kind of bring you down emotionally or mentally, or maybe fire you up in the wrong way. Go through, unfollow those people and those hashtags. Don't let them show up in your news feeds, for sure. I mean, that will really help a lot. And I didn't even think about that till I saw this article about it. That makes a lot of sense. And of course, You'll get a much better night's rest and you'll feel much better in the morning if you don't use your phone within an hour of going to sleep. And I'm really getting much better at that. I really appreciate not having my phone near me before I go to bed. Well, I don't want to do it. And unless I'm expecting to hear from somebody, even a text message, I'll see it because my phone is my alarm and everything, so I won't even respond to it most of the time because it feels better. And the other thing is, like, see these books here, every once in a while, pick up an actual print book instead of screens. I think all of us here are actually into print books still. But a lot of people aren't, and just because of the convenience of electronic. But there's actually studies that talk about how what we read, when we read something in print, it actually gets to this deep part of our brain. There's some neural pathway to the deep part of our brain, which does some kind of a deeper kind of thinking that doesn't happen when we read electronics. And so what the researchers said was, of course, we don't really need that part of the brain to be active. It's like, I just do not think God put anything in our brains that we don't need, right?
I retain things better.
Yes, and that's exactly what it is. And also, there's something about the us touching something and that we're reading that also, so it's not just the print, but it's also the holding of the book actually makes us retain it, learn it better, really get into it. So those are things that can actually help to alleviate the winter doldrums because you'll just be doing something healthier for your brain, and that's always a good thing without any real effort. Daily journaling also is a great thing to do. Journal about anything. You can just write, this morning I had oatmeal for breakfast and it's sunny outside and I'm happy. Just you say, this morning the kids threw their crayons all over the floor and then stepped on them and broke them. But that's okay, because you know what? I'm glad I've got kids. I mean, just anything. If it's gonna be that simple, it doesn't have to be profound to do daily journaling. Anything. Those things will really matter at the end of the day too, about what we're thankful for. And get outside during free time. Television and or social media doesn't have to be our only option when we want to break. If it's cold outside right now, but sometimes when it's really cold, and I have this little dog, and I could just let her out in the yard, but well, in the mornings and at night I have to watch because of owls and eagles who have attacked her in the past.
Oh.
So now she's not afraid to go out anymore, and I don't want to, I don't want her to get afraid again. So I'm always out there. But sometimes I just stand at the door and with the door open, or I step right out into the cold and just breathe it in several times a day. I'll take her out, and it's awesome what it does just to do that. When I might, like today, I'm probably not going out at all except for that or into the mailbox, but it feels really good when it's, just to get that break and that mental break and that freshness of the air. Make a habit that at dinner time, everybody puts their phones away. Whoever's at the table does not have a phone with them, no matter what they want to double check or look at for something. Just keep the conversation people to people. And that actually feels healthier too, and will lift our spirits more than somebody having their head in their phone while we're talking to them, or they're facing their phone, it just doesn't feel really good. You don't quite feel connected to them. And mealtime should be the time of connection for families. And keep your eyes healthy. I know Annie bought these glasses that block blue light because she's on her computer, 7 to 12 hours a day for work. And she said they make a huge difference. And also, what I didn't put on here is Carotamax, which is carotenoids, also have key nutrients that will help protect our eyes when we're doing a lot of screen time for work or school or something. Exercise, we all know about exercise, it can work sometimes as well as an antidepressant. I had a friend in Jersey, and she was a runner, and she said if she missed 2 days in a row, she would start having panic attacks. Just out of, panic attacks are like from nowhere, right? She had to run every day, and she never had panic attacks as long as she was running. She could miss a day, but never 2 days in a row. So it's really, really important to be exercising. And of course, vitamin D. Golly, sunlight is a source, we know, but you have to be outside, like, I don't know, a really long time and naked and no sunscreen on. And your skin has to actually look like you've actually gotten in the sun for it to be enough vitamin D. And that's a long time because vitamin D is blocked by UV rays. And of course, most of us put sunscreen on because we don't want to get cancer from the UV rays. So we're really needing vitamin D, but it actually helps us have sharper thinking and contributes to our better emotional health. So, but the other thing is, I'm going to kind of skip over to the immune system. So now they're saying 80% of the people who have gotten COVID have very, very, very small amounts of vitamin D in their blood. Also, same with MS patients and same with all cancer patients. So it seems to me like we need to supplement with vitamin D. And of course, we in Shackley know that we offer a vitamin D product that is proven safe, proven to work, no waste of money.
How much vitamin D should you be getting a day?
At least, so one of these is 2,000 units a day. 2,000, that's minimum extra.
Okay.
Now, during this time, if I feel during this last 8-10 months, whatever it's been with the virus, I've been taking like 4 and 5 a day.
Okay.
If everybody's so low on this, and you can get your blood checked when you get a blood panel done. Anytime you can have them check for vitamin D, and it's right there. It's a real easy part of the blood work too. So whenever you're going in, light therapy is also really important to get outside light. So like I have a daylight bulb here in my office, and I have one over where I do my praying and meditating and journaling. I have 2 daylight bulbs in that room. They're inexpensive now, not like the old days. They used to be way expensive to get, but that's really important, and make sure that we do have an opportunity every single day for daylight. And if you just want to get one bulb in a living room or someplace where you spend a lot of your time, get a daylight bulb. It will make a big difference. Of course, eating a healthy diet is going to boost our energy and our vitality. And we know that the nutrients from fruits and vegetables, especially all the colorful vegetables, actually promote better mood as well as our total health. Keeping these things current in our lives. Of course, I have a picture of a portobello mushroom here, but it does have colorful things in it, I'm sure a portobello mushroom is good for you too. Stimulate your senses. Sometimes, there are things we can do that are like a creative outlet. And I know you're really, really busy, Portia, with your 2 little kids, and you've just moved and all that stuff. But if there's something that you love to do that, even if it's just drawing or doodling or painting or anything that's a little creative, will once a week hopefully, to get that chance. Or if you can't, then, find a scent that is non-toxic that you can have in your house, like peppermint, that is energizing and mood lifting, and have that peppermint oil burning, or peppermint can whatever is a non-toxic peppermints. I mean, you could open up a box of Celestial Seasonings teas, I guess, and just sniff it every once in a while. I mean, really, it's amazing. And that would be good. Stimulate your senses somehow, and your creativity. And then, ask your husbands, you two young moms, and anybody else who's watching this, to give you some time by yourself. If it's an hour a week that you can just go hide in a room somewhere and whatever you want to journal, or if you want to be on social media, if you want to read a book or something, an hour a week would really be helpful.
I feel like they always find me.
They do. And it might have to be during when they go to bed, that instead of one night, 1 hour a week, instead of hanging out with your husband, then it would be, I'm going to go be by myself right now, and I do that now too. I mean, I really have to. I have to have my time for me.
Yeah.
And so then there's some other things, but here's the other things. Okay. So amazingly enough, it's always about the gut. And when Ed said something to me, and I said, he said, maybe it's about the gut. I said, everything's about the gut. I mean, just everything's about the gut. It's related to everything. I said, well, he injured his knee. I said, well, not your knee, but but truly, for decades, researchers and doctors thought that anxiety and depression contributed to the problems of gut health, like you're depressed, and what the reverse is, that the irritation in the GI system sends signals to the central nervous system that trigger mood changes. So this explains why people with IBS and functional bowel problems actually develop depression and anxiety higher than normal percentage. I just think so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, here we've all been, forced into isolation since March, and on and off, mostly on, and people are getting depressed and anxious, and they're probably not eating right. I know I wasn't for most of the time. So what we're doing, what I started yesterday, Ed and I, with a group of people, in fact, here, all of us, Richard, Portia, Rebecca, we're all doing that, we are resetting our gut. We are resetting our health so that we will, so the idea is that this week, for this emphasis on the word healthy, 7-day healthy cleanse, is that it will improve our focus and energy. It will enhance our mood and sleep quality. It will support detox and healthy digestion. And if we want weight loss, it can jumpstart that, but it will also help reduce cravings. And Becca's really good at explaining, what happens in our gut, and why a cleanse that relaxes our liver, and so that it has helps to have more healthier bile flow. It helps to protect us from toxins. How the probiotic in this is just a couple little supplements and a whole lot of vegetables and some fruits for a whole week. And this is what I'm doing to set up myself to be a smarter eater from now on. And also, so Brenda, I wish she was here, but last week when she did her chat, she did talk about, she talked about how she realized in April she was getting depressed. And then she remembered that when she did the 7-day healthy cleanse before, she was happier. And she thought, so she did a cleanse in May, and it just set her on a really good path for the rest of the summer and into the fall and winter. Just that one time. She's doing another one now, but they're so healthy that it's okay to do a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them a year. I think maybe one a quarter, they said, is okay because it's all mostly all vegetables and some fruit, like I said. So if you're ready to have optimum health and to prevent the winter blues, we are here to help you because we are Shackley and we make healthy happen. Thank you. So any thoughts, comments? Oh, go ahead, Richard.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to ask, since we talked a little bit about diet and probiotics, where would you position prebiotics as well? With
So what I usually suggest to people is when they first start on just lost everybody's picture. There we go. When they first start on probiotics, that they also start with the prebiotic at that same time. And the reason is, the reason we're taking probiotics as a supplement, of course, is to replace the missing good bacteria, the good flora, right? Well, it can't just, some of us, if we've ever had any medications whatsoever, or we've ever eaten sugar, or we've ever had caffeine, those are just 3 things, then we have definitely destroyed good flora in our gut, right? So so what happens, the good flora, it grows really fast and easy all by itself. Well, our cravings are based on what's there. Our cravings are it's our gut that's craving something. So the bad bacteria is craving all that stuff that makes it more bad and it gets to multiply. So then we want to replace that and it takes a while. So the best thing to do is to feed the probiotic with the prebiotic at least the first month. And then after that, well, I used to 3 times a year, probably, I would buy the prebiotic and I would just use it those times. Since March, I've been using it almost every day, about 4 to 7 times a week, because I really, really want my gut to be healthy. It's not going to harm me to keep feeding the good flora. And so that's what that's where I am now. I'm going to try to change. Here we go. Here I can see you all. Yeah. So does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's a good answer. I've been wrestling in my mind about, and I just got the probiotics this morning actually, or prebiotics, getting our gut healthy, and that I'm sure has been the cause of a number of the things that have plagued me for a number of years. But I haven't been intentional about using the prebiotics to feed the probiotics, which I don't think we get enough of. And if we had a bad diet, we probably didn't get enough of it, along with medication killing it off. So
right, and everything else. And if you ever had an ice cream cone in the summer, I mean, just all those things. Or an ice cream cone in the winter. I'll tell you what, so across the street from the church is Andy's frozen custard.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good.
I want to tell you something. So the server, I said, so what are you doing this afternoon? He goes, well, I want to go to work. He works at Andy's. And I thought, I should go over there and see him. I really almost, I haven't had, anyway, it's really hard, but it's just going to start feeding the bad. And so the only way that good flora can multiply is by being fed the prebiotic. It's the only way it multiplies. Otherwise, you just get what you put in there. Fortunately, with Shackley, we know it's might be the only one on the market that's guaranteed to have those live enzymes at the gut. But still, we want to multiply them too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I just made an order like last week or week before, so I guess the next order is going to have some probiotics and prebiotics in it.
Oh yeah, they're really, really important. I mean,
Yeah.
the people like Diana, who had RA.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you should hear her story. It's really pretty amazing. It was prayer and Shackley, totally. But she the probiotics and the prebiotics were a critical part of her healing and that reversal. And I have, friends with IBS. It's critical. It's critical. But even so, I think I shared this a few weeks ago, is that I think that the reason I still have migraines here and there is because my gut isn't healthy. Well, about a year ago, I started doing the prebiotic more and the probiotics more, thinking that I wasn't absorbing nutrients properly. And then I realized these people, they can take supplements and they get all better and they don't have migraines anymore. And I've been doing supplements since 1971 and I still get migraines. But I realized I never have stuck to a clean eating.
Yeah.
So I've only really, this is only the third time in my life I've done a cleanse like this, or any kind of cleanse is the only kind. This time I'm committed to clean eating afterwards, so that I don't destroy all the good stuff I'm doing in the cleanse week, right? What a waste. So it's good for, it's good for a whole lot of things. Did somebody chat? Let's see. Oh, Becca had to put somebody down for a nap. Okay.
Yeah. So another question sorry, I have a question.
Oh, do.
This cleanse is actually it's kind of a struggle for me. It's
Yeah.
not because I can't do it or it's really hard. I'm not hungry. So any thoughts, any advice? I don't like eating if I'm not hungry.
The problem is that you have to get enough calories.
Yeah.
And I'm not that today. Same thing. It's just like, I'm not that hungry. So I had some blueberries and I had a mandarin orange. And that might be all I've had today. And I thought, I need to eat. I'm not hungry. For some reason, the cleansing just makes you not hungry. So you just kind of have to see if you can juice. I have an extractor on my blender.
Yeah.
And put some vegetables and frozen strawberries or something and make some kind of a drink, carrots and strawberries or something that
I can do that.
That you'll be drinking and not thinking about, I'm eating when I'm not hungry.
I can do that. I already like to juice, so why not?
Yeah, good. That'll be really helpful. Because if we don't eat enough, get enough calories, then we get irritable and nobody wants to be around us. And then we start getting really tired because we're burning calories, but we have to have something. Everybody needs a minimum amount.
And I go running, so I need food.
Oh, and you run too, yeah.
Yeah, I need to eat something.
If you ever feel like on the cleanse that you really have to have protein, our protein.
I do the protein shake.
You did a shake?
Yeah.
In water, right?
Almond milk?
Should be water.
Okay.
This week.
This week.
This week. I was going to
I'll
say.
do water.
Go ahead if you really feel like, because you're running, to go ahead and have it in water,
Okay.
and with fruits or vegetables with it. So then you won't even know it's in water.
I do a scoop of the veggies.
Oh, good.
I put it in everything. Everything.
Oh yeah, that's great. Can't believe I forgot to put it in the vegetable soup last night. Not that it wasn't full of organic vegetables,
right?
I'm still gonna. So I made a lot.
I saw.
And I'll tell you what, the Instapot was amazing. Now it did take 15 minutes for it to pressurize, but then it was cooked in 12 minutes. I mean, to cook carrots in 12 minutes is pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna add it into tonight's too.
Okay.
The greens boost.
So there's things in here that I need to start doing.
Yeah, good. And we're gonna feel better this winter because of it. We really are. This is really a good thing.
See, that makes me happy because I already feel good. I just know that I can feel better.
Exactly.
And I'm still tired, but not as tired as it used to be. So
Yeah. Well, you had the holidays in a move right in the middle of doing this whole new regimen for yourself. So yeah. But at this point, you're in a good starting place now.
okay.
And now you're really going to start seeing a difference, you know.
Okay. When the cleanse is over, I'm still going to be cleansing. And by cleansing, I'm still just going to be eating those soups.
I know, right?
They're really good.
They're delicious. They really, really are. I mean, I even Ed said, yeah, it's really pretty good. He's a vegetable fan. Usually I have to hide vegetables under.
Oh, wow. Really?
Oh yeah, he is. He's from Texas. If it ain't fried, it ain't food.
Hey, my husband is from Mississippi. If it's not pork, it's not food.
When we first got married, I did try many times to like head over to doing like vegetarian type meals.
Mhm.
And after like the 10th time of, so where's the beef? I thought, I'm just done with this.
I just refuse to buy it in the grocery
Baked
stores.
potatoes and fried everything, you know.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yes, for sure. Richard,
Well-
have anything you want to add?
I'm good.
Just listen to us talk.
This is a great talk, though.
Thank you all for being here. And Portia, it's awesome to see you. And if you have time, we can get together in a few minutes if you want to do that.
Sure.
Okay.
On Teams in?
All right. I'm going to, we're going to close this out and we can come back in, you and I. And
Okay, cool.
we'll have an awesome visit. And you guys have a fabulous day. Everybody who's watching on the record, please leave your questions and thoughts underneath the recording. Thanks. All right. God bless you.
Good
Bye.
to see you. And
Onward and upward to awesome health, strength, victory, all those things.
waiting.
I'm going
I'm
crazy.
waiting.